Hello everybody, it's me again, Mario100, yes, anything or whatever. I don't even know what I just said, but anyways, guys, we are back with Crappy Creepypastas after a long hiatus. But anyways, let's just get to the topic of the hour. Now, I just want to tell you guys before going inside this creepypasta that this is not a new crappypasta. This is basically just me rereading and re-reviewing one of my old crappypastas, and that will be the Rugrats theory, a popular creepypasta, or should I say crappypasta, since this crappypasta is it's bullshit. But anyways, let's just get back. Let's just get back onto the topic, and it's more of like a not really a revision, more of like a return to that crappypasta to point out some new things, and I point out some old things that made it really bad. And also, I just want to tell you guys that the next crappypasta will be about a certain show called Recess that I think we all used to watch as kids. And the next creepypasta after Recess will be when the machinimas start to, appear inside the crappypasta episodes. But anyways, how about we just sit back, relax while we reread this infamous creepypasta known as the Rugrats theory. The Rugrats really were a figment of Angelica's imagination. Chucky died a long time ago with his mother. That's why Chaz is a nervous wreck all the time. Tommy was a stillborn. That's why Stu is constantly in the basement making toys for the son who never had the chance to live. The DeVilles had an abortion. Angelica couldn't figure out whether it was a boy or a girl, so she created the twins. As for All Grown Up, Angelica was a bipolar schizophrenic who, as a teenager, became addicted to various narcotics, bringing her back to her childhood, thus creating a world in her mind that she obsessed over. Because of the time lapse between the present and the last time she interacted with her imaginary world, she made them older. Angelica was constantly taking hits of acid, so she would never have to live without her creations. To her, her creations were the only company in a judgmental world. Angelica's mom actually died of a heroin overdose. Angelica was schizophrenic and bipolar because she was a crack baby. Additionally, Drew in his depression married a gold-digging whore that Angelica idolized because she fooled herself in thinking it was her real mom. However, she always had a concept of her mom, Cynthia. She used a Barbie doll to mirror her birth mother's image, wearing an unwashed orange dress and jacked up hair, which is why she was attracted to it so much. Later in life, she followed in her mother's footsteps, dying of overdose at age 13, when All Grown Up was supposedly cancelled. The only Rugrat not to be fictional, however, was unborn Tommy's brother Dill. However, Angelica didn't know the difference between Dill and her creations. Dill didn't follow her commands, and after endless crying and a refusal to disappear like the others did when Angelica was angry with them, she hit him. After she hit him, he screamed that screeching tune, and Stu ran in and pulled his niece off of his only child, but it was too late. Dill had a brain hemorrhage, which resulted in a deformity. As he grew up, his damage only became more evident, and by the time he was 9 and all grown up, he lived as an outcast, being ridiculed for his weirdness and mental retardation. The immense guilt over this is what caused Angelica to start using drugs and uncreate the Rugrats briefly until her experience with hallucinogenics. Chaz lost his mind after the death of his first wife, and was in denial that she was ever a prostitute. On a trip to Paris to find love, Chaz fell in love with a hooker named Kira. He was originally going to marry a different hooker, but she just wanted him for his money. Kira once had a daughter named Kimmy, but the baby was torn from her by law due to her cocaine addiction. Angelica imagined Kimmy from Kira's stories. Upon return to America, Chaz and Kira married, and she got her green card. It was surprisingly a happy and romantic story, but anyways, let's get back. Kira continually struggled with addiction, but she was relatively happy with her new life with Chaz. Susie was Angelica's only friend, who entertained the thought of Angelica's creations because they seemed to make her happy. She later became a psychologist who teamed up with Nickelodeon to make the Rugrats. What the fuck? When Angelica died of the overdose, Susie helped arrange the funeral. Because of her addictions and her mental state, Angelica was expelled from society, which led to her break with reality and her eventual death. She spent the last days of her life in the back of the school cafeteria, imagining friends around her, playing with the lives of her creations. That was shit. That was honestly shit. Whoa, I might just need to step back because this story is edgy as hell. But you know what? Let's just... Oh my gosh. But you know, let's just get to the story itself, okay? Now, the story just seems to not care about evidence at all, or even linking up story moments inside the series or the story itself. I mean, just think about it. Kira and Angelica's mothers are both said to be hookers, but yet in the show, there's no indication of that. I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen a full episode of the Rugrats, but I swear that Angelica's mother worked in a fucking office, and you could argue with Angelica's, like, you could argue that Angelica's imagination was blocked her from, like, the truth or whatever, but really, what the hell does a 3-year-old know about this shit? Oh yeah, and let's not forget about the Cynthia plot hole. Did the author not know that in the Rugrats universe, the Cynthia doll is a part of the Cynthia franchise, or whatever? It's pretty much a parody of the fucking Barbie doll, or whatever. And then, we have the scientific holes in it as well. Schizophrenia isn't usually diagnosed at the ages of 1 to 3, but instead 7. In fact, it's stated that schizophrenia is usually misdiagnosed with autism for kids at 3 years old. So, what the fuck? In all honesty, when I read this again, this theory just seems like complete BS this time. I mean, back when I read this at the beginning, it was like, oh, there's a few good things in here, but no, it's like complete BS the more that I read it. The whole story just seems to be for shock value instead of a good story. And they just threw shit at the wall and saw what stuck, and what stuck was a piece of corn covered in fecal matter. Oh my gosh, that was disgusting. But you know what, anyways, let's just get back to the story. But yeah, this is just the worst out of the bunch. But anyways, guys, what do you guys think of the creepypasta? I mean, I didn't really find it that good. In fact, I freaking hate this one just because of how people are like, oh, it's the scariest thing ever, it's ruin your child, and I'm all like, no, it really didn't. But anyways, how do you guys think of the story? Comment below on how you think the story affected you, or how good it was, or how bad it was. Anyways, guys, see you guys later. Subscribe, like, and comment, go to my Twitter and stuff like that, and see you guys later. Bye.